Hey guys, Wallace here. Let's talk about nouns. We begin our parts of speech journey here with nouns. Now, you know what nouns are. They're people, places, things, and ideas. This lesson is going to focus on getting into the cool stuff about nouns. The stuff that not everyone knows. You can challenge your friends with this stuff, your family. So we're going to talk about collective nouns first. Now, if I were to ask you, hey, can you identify whether a noun is singular or plural? How would you do that? You'd probably say, well, if a noun has an S on the end, it's plural. If it doesn't, it's singular. I can't think of any nouns right now. Cat. Cat is singular. Cats is plural. But sheep, that's a tricky one. You do have some nouns that have different forms of the plural and things like that. But we're going to focus on just regular old nouns and figuring out if they're singular or plural and add collective into the mix. So what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a noun that could be singular or plural because it refers to a group of something. And look at our examples here. These come right from the worksheet, so I'll give you two here. Our group is planning a trip to New York. First, let's identify the nouns that we can definitely say are singular or plural, like trip. Trip is definitely singular because there's no S on the end. New York is singular. That is a place, it's a proper noun, and even though it's two words, it's still just one noun, it's a place. So trip and New York are singular. The word group here is a collective noun. So I could say the group is going to plan a trip, or I could say the group are planning a trip. Either way is grammatically correct, because if I say a group is planning, well, that's what I'm getting at. So the way that I can determine whether this word is singular or plural is based on this word right here, is. If I say the class is going to lunch, I'm referring to the whole class as a singular unit. If I say the class are going to lunch, I'm referring to each individual member of the class individually. Either way is grammatically correct. It sounds funny though to say the class are going to lunch. The only way we can tell if the author wants group to be singular or plural is this word right here. That is the singular form of the verb to be, is. So that's how I know this word is singular. All right, let's look at this one. The class donated their time to the Senior Citizens Center. Let's find the nouns that we can label right off the bat. Time is singular. Ooh, this is tricky. It's tempting to say that Senior Citizens Center is a noun, that these are nouns, but it's not. This is your noun, is singular. Senior citizens, you got this possessive right there, that makes this an adjective describing center. Okay, so I've got class. This is my collective noun. I have to determine if class is meant to be singular or plural. There's a word in the sentence that gives me a clue. I feel like this is like Dora or something. What's the word that gives us the clue? If you said it's there, you are correct. So this tells me, because there is the plural possessive, that class is meant to be plural. Now, if you get to a sentence and there's no, the verb form is like past tense, or there's no pronoun referring back to the subject that tells you for certain that the noun is supposed to be plural, just mark it singular, okay? Not every collective noun is going to have these clue words, but you need to look for them anyways. But if you don't have a clue word and your gut says singular, go with it. All right, that is collective nouns. Next, we'll talk about concrete versus abstract nouns. 5, 4, 3. Okay, guys, we're talking about concrete versus abstract nouns now. Now, concrete nouns are what we would, like, most of the time consider to be nouns, like people, places, and things. Concrete nouns take up that's bad. Concrete nouns exist outside of your head. Let's put it like that. So yes, this laptop right here, it takes up space outside of my head, but that's not all, because I might be playing music out loud through the speakers of this laptop, and that music technically doesn't take up space out here, but it exists outside of my head. So think of it like that. If a noun exists outside of your head, it is concrete. Now, this laptop might represent something like knowledge. Knowledge does not exist outside of my head. It is an abstract idea. Okay, so there's two tests. If I can pick up and throw a noun, definitely concrete. If it exists in any way outside of my head, concrete. If I can't pick up and throw it, or it does not exist outside of my head, it is abstract. Let's see what that looks like. So here's a sentence from your worksheet. My diary contains no secrets. I like this example. I like this example. Let's talk about why. Now, diary. Can you pick up and throw a diary? Of course you can. It exists outside of your head. So this is definitely a concrete noun. Secrets. The diary contains secrets, right? If I open up somebody's diary, well, this one says it doesn't, but let's say if I open up somebody's diary, can secrets just fall out of it? No, that's not how that works. Secrets exist only in your head, all right? So that would be abstract. So that's the difference. So go through here. Let's put this one on the board. This one's tricky too. You've got Carolyn is seeking compensation for her invention. Okay, Carolyn is seeking compensation for her invention. Carolyn, can I pick up and throw a Carolyn? Yes, I can. Don't do it though, you'll get in trouble. So Carolyn is concrete, is seeking compensation for her invention. This word is tricky. What is compensation? Look it up real quick. But basically, well, let's look at invention. Invention. She mentioned something specific here. This invention exists. It takes up space outside of my head. That's definitely concrete. But what about compensation? If this is going to be abstract, and I'll tell you why. If it had said Carolyn is seeking money for her invention, money is an actual type of compensation. Compensation is this overarching idea of receiving something for your invention here, but compensation is an idea specifically. It'd be like pride or victory or love, fear, that kind of stuff. It exists in my head, but dollar bills would be a concrete representation of compensation. I hope that makes sense. Okay. If you have any questions or concerns about this stuff, hit me up on Google Classroom. I don't think I'm going to put comments on for this video. I don't know, maybe leave a comment on the video. But yeah, so make sure you get your noun work done. I believe you also have proper and common nouns to worry about. Just notice if it names a specific person or place, it's proper, gets capitalized. If it names a generic thing, it gets not capitalized. Like Carolyn, proper, compensation, common, invention, common. So get your noun work done, and looking forward to we'll do pronouns next. Oh, that's a key thing. Yeah. There's no such thing as an abstract or concrete pronoun. Do not do anything with pronouns on this handout. There's no such thing as a collective pronoun either. So we're just focusing specifically on nouns, and we'll work on identifying pronouns in our next unit. All right, guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.